Imagine waking up tomorrow morning to a world that's dying, rapidly, violently, and seemingly without reason. The air thickens into toxic haze, the oceans boil and lose their oxygen, and entire ecosystems collapse overnight. Sounds terrifyingly impossible, right? Yet this isn't just fiction, it's the chilling reality of an event that happened around 252 million years ago, during a catastrophe so apocalyptic it makes the dinosaur extinction look mild by comparison. Welcome to the Permian Extinction, the single most devastating mass extinction event our planet has ever faced, a nightmarish scenario that wiped out an astonishing 96% of all life on Earth. To understand the sheer magnitude of this extinction, let's rewind back hundreds of millions of years, to a time when the continents were fused together into a giant supercontinent called Pangaea. Earth was bustling with life, lush forests, massive insects buzzing through dense vegetation, and primitive reptiles thriving both in the seas and on land. The Permian Period was a paradise of biodiversity. But beneath this seemingly idyllic surface lurked a ticking geological time bomb that was about to explode. The exact trigger for this extinction has puzzled scientists for decades, but now we believe it began deep within the Earth itself. In what is now Siberia, a massive volcanic region known as the Siberian Traps erupted with such violent force that it defies comprehension. Picture volcanic activity so intense it unleashed enough lava to cover an area roughly the size of modern-day Europe in thick molten rock, up to 3 million cubic kilometers. The real killer wasn't merely molten rock, it was the staggering amount of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. Gigatons of carbon dioxide and methane spewed out relentlessly, saturating the atmosphere and rapidly warming the planet. Temperatures soared unimaginably, jumping more than 10 degrees Celsius within a short geological blink. Oceans heated up drastically, triggering catastrophic changes that spiraled wildly out of control. In these now overheated oceans, oxygen started vanishing, creating what scientists call dead zones. These oxygen-starved waters became mass graveyards, as nearly every marine species struggled desperately and failed to survive. Imagine seas so lifeless, so depleted of oxygen that nothing could breathe. Fish suffocated en masse, trilobites vanished forever, and coral reefs once teeming with diverse life turned ghostly white and crumbled away. Within a geological instant, the vibrant marine world was reduced to a silent, lifeless void. On land, the situation was no better. The toxic atmosphere poisoned the air. Acid rain infused with sulfur dioxide from volcanic emissions poured down mercilessly, devastating plant life and stripping forests bare. With vegetation collapsing, entire food chains unraveled dramatically. Massive herbivores starved, predators quickly followed, and ecosystems collapsed into barren wastelands. The sky darkened with ash, the sunlight dimmed, and the planet plunged into a grim, perpetual twilight. Earth had transformed from paradise into hell. Yet even as unimaginable as this devastation was, one of the scariest aspects of the Permian extinction is how quickly it unfolded. Scientists believe the worst phase lasted mere thousands, perhaps even just hundreds of years, a geological blink of an eye. Imagine the sheer speed entire ecosystems, carefully constructed over hundreds of millions of years, erased in what felt like moments. This rapid die-off reveals just how fragile life on Earth truly is, how vulnerable our planet's delicate balance can be when violently disturbed. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of the Permian extinction isn't just the devastation itself. It's how eerily familiar the underlying causes are becoming today. Massive volcanic eruptions, skyrocketing greenhouse gases, rapid global warming, and dying oceans. Does any of this sound unsettlingly familiar? Today, humanity faces similar conditions, though on a different scale. Industrialization has rapidly increased greenhouse gas emissions, mirroring the Permian crisis, though thankfully not yet at those catastrophic levels. But scientists increasingly warn of tipping points, sudden shifts in Earth's climate that could plunge modern ecosystems into collapse. Could we be heading towards our own Permian-style apocalypse? Studying the Permian extinction isn't just about unraveling Earth's darkest moment, it's a stark warning about our own future. What happened 252 million years ago is more relevant now than ever before. Understanding the mechanisms that nearly ended all life might be our best defense against repeating history. Remarkably, despite the nearly complete annihilation of life, Earth managed to recover. Slowly, over millions of years, survivors crawled from the ashes, adapting, evolving, and eventually thriving once again. These resilient survivors gave rise to entirely new ecosystems, eventually paving the way for dinosaurs, and later, mammals, and ultimately, humans. Yet this miraculous recovery underscores a chilling truth. Earth can recover from almost anything, but life, especially complex life like ours, is fragile. We're part of a delicate chain, intricately linked to Earth's health and stability. If another Permian-scale disaster struck, could humans adapt? Could we survive a planet where the oceans have died, the skies are toxic, and food supplies vanish overnight? The Permian extinction reveals that our planet has limits, and pushing it too far can trigger consequences far beyond our control. It's a haunting reminder of our vulnerability, a powerful lesson on the importance of respecting and protecting our planet. So next time you breathe clean air, swim in healthy oceans, or simply enjoy nature's beauty, remember the Permian extinction, the day the Earth almost died. Reflect on its lessons, appreciate life's resilience, but remain wary of pushing Earth's delicate balance beyond its breaking point. Because the next catastrophic extinction could unfold within our own lifetimes if we aren't careful, making it not just a story from ancient history, but a terrifying possibility for our near future. Today, as we look around our bustling cities, sprawling agricultural fields, and vast industrial complexes, it's easy to feel invincible, detached from nature's harshest realities. But beneath the facade of modern civilization lies a sobering truth. We're currently in the midst of what scientists call the sixth mass extinction. Unlike the Permian event, driven by natural disasters, this extinction is fueled primarily by human activity, habitat destruction, pollution, climate change, and relentless exploitation of natural resources. The parallels between our present circumstances and the Permian catastrophe are disturbingly clear, yet we often choose to look away, dismissing these warnings as exaggerated fears or distant threats. But what if they are not exaggerated? Imagine for a moment the nightmare scenario becoming real. Our atmosphere thickens with pollutants, choking out sunlight and casting a permanent gloom over our cities. Crops fail, unable to adapt to rapidly shifting weather patterns leading to widespread famine. Ocean temperatures spike, turning once vibrant coral reefs into stark white graveyards. Fish populations collapse, destabilizing marine ecosystems and devastating communities dependent on fishing. And, amidst all this chaos, a familiar pattern emerges. Oxygen-depleted dead zones expand exponentially across the oceans, leaving vast stretches of water incapable of supporting marine life. On land, we wouldn't fare much better. The delicate balance of our ecosystems hinges upon interconnected species and resources, pollinators disappearing, plants unable to reproduce, herbivores starving, and predators following suit. Forests, once vibrant with life, could turn into eerie expanses of dying trees and silence, their vitality sapped by invasive pests thriving in warmer climates. Extreme weather events, fueled by climate change, could become increasingly frequent and intense, devastating communities, economies, and infrastructure. Yet, unlike the creatures of the Permian era, humans possess the unique advantage of foresight and adaptability. We have the technology, knowledge, and, most importantly, the capacity for action. The lessons of the Permian extinction aren't just a grim cautionary tale. They're an urgent call to action, highlighting exactly what we must avoid to ensure our survival. The primary lesson we must internalize from the Permian disaster is the catastrophic power of climate change driven by greenhouse gases. In our current world, industrial processes, transportation, agriculture, and deforestation release enormous quantities of carbon dioxide and methane. These gases trap heat within our atmosphere, gradually but relentlessly pushing global temperatures upward. We're already observing alarming signs: melting polar ice caps, rising sea levels threatening coastal cities, and increasingly severe weather events wreaking havoc worldwide. Unless we significantly reduce emissions, Earth risks entering a feedback loop reminiscent of the Permian crisis. Another vital lesson concerns biodiversity, the critical importance of maintaining a diverse and balanced ecosystem. The Permian extinction demonstrated brutally that no species exists in isolation. Every organism from microscopic plankton to massive apex predators plays a vital role in Earth's ecological tapestry. When even a single thread is pulled too harshly, the entire system can unravel spectacularly. Today, habitat destruction and overexploitation threaten countless species with extinction, severely weakening ecosystems. Losing species at our current unprecedented rate risks triggering ecological collapse akin to what occurred 252 million years ago. But perhaps the most profound lesson is about resilience and recovery. Earth's history, despite being punctuated by devastating events like the Permian extinction, has repeatedly shown the incredible capacity of life to rebound. This resilience, however, is predicated upon the ability of species to adapt to changing conditions, a process that requires time. Today's rapid human-driven changes severely limit the ability of species to evolve or migrate, drastically reducing their chances of survival. Yet there's hope. If the Permian extinction teaches us anything, it's that Earth can regenerate, but only if given the chance. This understanding must shape our response to today's environmental crises. By aggressively reducing emissions, adopting sustainable agricultural practices, protecting biodiversity, and restoring damaged ecosystems, we can foster conditions conducive to Earth's natural resilience. The solutions are within our grasp. Renewable energy technologies, solar, wind, geothermal, are rapidly becoming more efficient and affordable. Shifts in agriculture toward regenerative practices can restore soil health, reduce emissions, and enhance food security. Policies and initiatives aimed at protecting and restoring forests, wetlands, and marine ecosystems can help sequester carbon and preserve biodiversity. Each action we take today helps reduce the risk of triggering a Permian-scale catastrophe. It's crucial, however, that we act collectively and decisively. History will judge our era by how effectively we responded to these existential threats. Our descendants will either praise our foresight and bravery or lament our negligence and short-sightedness. The Permian extinction, catastrophic as it was, offers us a roadmap, not just of how ecosystems collapse but of how they recover. We stand at a pivotal crossroads, holding both the power and responsibility to determine our planet's future trajectory. Imagine a future where humanity chooses wisely. Cities thrive sustainably, powered by clean energy, filled with green spaces teeming with life. Oceans regain their vitality, coral reefs burst back to life, and fisheries rebound, nourishing coastal communities. Air quality dramatically improves, forests flourish, and biodiversity thrives. In this world, humans live harmoniously within Earth's natural boundaries, benefiting from and respecting the intricate systems sustaining life. This vision, however, requires immediate action. We cannot afford complacency, nor can we succumb to despair. Instead, let us draw inspiration from Earth's resilience after the Permian extinction, recognizing that our planet has the capacity to heal if given the opportunity. The choice is ours. Will we heed the warnings of the past, or will we risk repeating history? As we stand at this crossroads, we must remember the Permian extinction vividly, not as a distant historical curiosity, but as a powerful lesson in the fragility and resilience of life. The past speaks urgently to our present, urging us to choose carefully and act swiftly. The stakes could not be higher, yet neither could the potential rewards: a stable climate, thriving ecosystems, abundant resources, and a healthy planet for future generations. The Permian extinction, the day the Earth almost died, serves as humanity's greatest cautionary tale and most powerful inspiration. Let us carry this awareness forward, fostering a global commitment to safeguarding Earth's delicate balance. The future depends entirely on our actions today, transforming lessons from Earth's darkest moment into a beacon of hope and resilience. Imagine the world we could forge if humanity truly embraced the lessons of the Permian extinction, not merely as a distant echo from deep time, but as a vivid, ever-present guide to our actions. Every choice we make, every policy we enact, and every innovation we pursue can either lead us closer to ecological catastrophe or toward a sustainable and thriving future. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of the challenges ahead. Yet history has proven time and again that great transformations often begin with incremental collective efforts. Each individual action, multiplied by billions of people, has the power to steer our planet toward a healthier. One of our most pressing needs is a radical shift in mindset. Away from seeing nature as merely a resource to exploit and toward recognizing it as a complex web that sustains our very existence. Rebuilding our relationship with nature begins in education, in our schools and homes, fostering a deeper understanding of our interconnectedness with the environment. By cultivating ecological literacy, we empower future generations to value conservation and sustainable living, not as optional luxuries but as fundamental necessities for survival. Another critical front is innovation, leveraging human ingenuity to address our current environmental crises. Advances in technology such as carbon capture and storage, green urban infrastructure, vertical farming, and precision agriculture promise solutions that can help mitigate the impacts of climate change. Imagine cities where skyscrapers double as vertical gardens, purifying the air, producing food, and reducing urban heat islands. Envision vast solar farms and offshore wind installations supplying clean energy, vastly reducing our dependence on fossil fuels. These solutions are within reach, awaiting only the collective will and investment to bring them fully to fruition. Restoring damaged ecosystems also offers powerful opportunities for healing our planet. Initiatives that reforest degraded lands, rehabilitate wetlands, and reintroduce native species have already shown remarkable results worldwide. Nature, when given even a modest opportunity, often rebounds astonishingly fast. Imagine vast stretches of revitalized forests sequestering carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, thriving coral reefs once again teeming with vibrant marine life, and grasslands restored, supporting diverse wildlife and stabilizing the climate. These successes could become commonplace if we commit to widespread ecological restoration. Yet, perhaps our greatest challenge and greatest potential is transforming our economic and political structures to align with ecological realities. Shifting towards circular economies where waste is minimized, resources continually reused, and ecological health prioritized would represent a profound and necessary change. Policy measures that hold industries accountable for environmental impacts, reward sustainable practices, and phase out subsidies for destructive practices could rapidly shift the global economic paradigm. Ultimately, the Permian extinction provides us with both a sobering warning and a hopeful blueprint for action. By heeding its lessons, we can navigate away from potential catastrophe toward a future of thriving ecosystems, stable climates, and sustainable human civilization. The stakes are undeniably high, but our history and ingenuity equip us uniquely to confront these challenges head-on. Let us remember that Earth's story is also ours, a narrative of adaptation, survival, and regeneration. As we confront today's ecological crises, let the Permian extinction serve not only as a cautionary tale but as inspiration, a testament to life's remarkable ability to recover, provided we give it a chance. The future we want, one of resilience and abundance, is possible. The choice is ours to make, and the moment to act decisively is now. Imagine a future where humanity chooses wisely. Cities thrive sustainably, powered by clean energy, filled with green spaces teeming with life. Oceans regain their vitality, coral reefs burst back to life, and fisheries rebound, nourishing coastal communities. Air quality dramatically improves, forests flourish, and biodiversity thrives. In this world, humans live harmoniously within Earth's natural boundaries, benefiting from and respecting the intricate systems sustaining life. This vision, however, requires immediate action. We cannot afford complacency, nor can we succumb to despair. Instead, let us draw inspiration from Earth's resilience after the Permian extinction, recognizing that our planet has the capacity to heal if given the opportunity. The choice is ours. Will we heed the warnings of the past, or will we risk repeating history? As we stand at this crossroads, we must remember the Permian extinction vividly, not as a distant historical curiosity, but as a powerful lesson in the fragility and resilience of life. The past speaks urgently to our present, urging us to choose carefully and act swiftly. The stakes could not be higher, yet neither could the potential rewards: a stable climate, thriving ecosystems, abundant resources, and a healthy planet for future generations. The Permian extinction, the day the Earth almost died, serves as humanity's greatest cautionary tale and most powerful inspiration. Let us carry this awareness forward, fostering a global commitment to safeguarding Earth's delicate balance. The future depends entirely on our actions today, transforming lessons from Earth's darkest moment into a beacon of hope and resilience. Imagine the world we could forge if humanity truly embraced the lessons of the Permian extinction, not merely as a distant echo from deep time, but as a vivid, ever-present guide to our actions. Every choice we make, every policy we enact, and every innovation we pursue can either lead us closer to ecological catastrophe or toward a sustainable and thriving future. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of the challenges ahead. Yet history has proven time and again that great transformations often begin with incremental collective efforts. Each individual action, multiplied by billions of people, has the power to steer our planet toward a healthy